This is the concluding section of the essay, The Roads We Travel. More than any other road, it is the highway named after U.S. General MacArthur that I have taken countless times. On journeys from Baguio to Manila, at times onwards to other destinations. In earlier times, the bus took the scenic and winding Cannon Road down to Rosario in La Union before entering the highway cutting through much of central Luzon, Pangasinan, Tarlac, Pampanga, Bulacan. Built on the fringes of the Bued River Canyon, this mountain road, built a century earlier by American colonizers, was often beset by rock slides during the rainy season. Until the lengthier Marcos Highway was constructed toward the later years of martial law, it was always Cannon Road that travelers took in and out of Baguio. When landslides struck, one would take the road further north from Rosario to Bawang in La Union to get to Nagilian Road. When the earthquake of 1990 made Baguio inaccessible for weeks, the road first made passable by Army engineers was the hardy Nagilian Road. In La Union, one crossed the Bued River through the Rosario Bridge, and when this bridge was damaged by huge logs coming down in a torrent during a particularly devastating typhoon, one took an even longer route through more towns in Pangasinan, through San Fabian and Manawag, famous for its church housing the miraculous Virgin. In Tarlac, the stretch of highway through the towns of San Manuel, Moncada, Paniqui, and Gerona cuts through fields planted to rice, corn, sugarcane, fruit trees. When the North Luzon Expressway was finally built, one no longer took MacArthur Highway through Bulacan, but rather made a turn into the expressway entrance from Mabalacat. I remember numerous trips leaving MacArthur Highway in Mabalacat, and always I would notice an old house with a huge yard and the man-sized figure of an angel in the garden. The house had huge capiz windows that opened wide, the better to bring in some air. At times it seemed one only partly inhabited, and the sense it evoked was one of mournfulness as one passed by. Surely it had seen better, happier times. In later trips, I saw that it had a small shed built near the road selling siopaw to passers-by. The house appeared even more run down, though the figure of the angel remained in the yard, overgrown with grass and a couple of fruit trees with branches hanging low. Of late, the much-traveled artery that is MacArthur Highway yields more and more to the lengthened expressway that allows one to bypass towns rapidly burgeoning with local traffic. On the expressway, there are no pedicabs, no slow-moving habal-habal, no carabao-drawn sleds. Yet it is through travel into small towns that one partakes of the life of places along the way. A memory I relish is one when, on a bus to Baguio, I catch a glimpse of a whole flock of herons flying low over a field in Rosales. The sight is rare and magical. It was as though a blanket of pure white hovered over the land. Before I realized what I had seen, the bus had sped onwards. Then, too, I remember a wearisome trip back through the old familiar road with a large moon suddenly appearing above the horizon, hovering brightly over the mountain road. It is often with a mix of apprehension and anticipation that I embark on any journey. I think of the dangers lurking on the roadside and imagine fatal mishaps that come to pass, even at the slightest miscalculation. In some of my earlier trips through MacArthur Highway, terrible vehicular accidents left gory and bloody images in my memory, making me shudder long after the incident. In Vietnam, a car I was riding lost its brakes on a downhill road just as it was following a slow moving truck into a park entrance. Nothing short of a miracle kept us from certain death had the car gone fully under the huge truck. It did not, though it was a very close shave. Yet I travel anyway, not too much out of courage or blind faith, but because one must yield to the need and the urge to connect. Some journeys bring unexpected gifts on the way to one's destination. In some ways, lives are shaped, even altered, by the journeys and the roads we take, just as they are by the places we live and the places we visit. Thank you very much. I take this opportunity to thank the UP Press, Likhaan, Dr. Dalisay for allowing the inclusion of his remarks on my work, and of course, Para for the book cover design. Thank you, UP Baguio, for allowing me to launch the book, and thank you, NCCA. Maraming salamat.